Thomas the Tank Engine loves running his branch line. He travels along through all sorts of special places with his two coaches, Annie and Clarabel. Thomas loves his coaches very much and is happy to always have their company. The passengers like riding in Annie and Clarabel. They are very kind and love being really useful. But one day, Annie and Clarabel couldn't come to work. They needed to have their brakes seen to. The Fat Controller spoke to Thomas. "A new coach has arrived on the railway. Her name is Heather. I want you to pull her for your branch line trains, Thomas." Thomas was worried. He didn't want to pull any other coaches than Annie and Clarabel, but he knew that really useful engines must comply with orders. Later, Thomas arrived into the yard. He saw a big coach waiting. She looked like one of Gordon's coaches, except she was coloured cream and brown. "Hello," said Thomas. "You must be Heather. I'm Thomas, and I'm going to take you on my branch line today." The coach glared at Thomas. "Ugh," she scoffed. "What's an old teapot? I'm amazed that this rail network still uses them. Ugh, so old-fashioned. I should be pulled by a clean diesel. Hopefully the sides won't be in much of a state. An old state. No one in England has them anymore." Thomas felt hurt by those remarks. As he puffed into the station, Heather bumped into him rather hard. "Oh!" she groaned. She thought Thomas had done it. "How dare you! I'm a coach of high class, you know. I must be pulled by smooth engines, not rough engines, like you." "I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that rough stop," replied Thomas. Thomas began to sing along. "Come along, come along." But Heather said, "What do you think I'm doing? I have no choice but to follow you along. Anyway, you shouldn't be singing. You should be only focusing on your work." Thomas was surprised. Heather didn't like singing. Next, he stopped at Dryor Station. Thomas whistled to the passengers, then Heather bumped into him. "Be quiet," she growled. "No one wants to hear your loud, annoying whistle." The passengers were shocked. Thomas knew they didn't understand what was going on. "Annie and Clarabel aren't with me for work today," he told the passengers. "So Heather is working with me instead." "Enough chattering and get moving," snapped Heather. "I'm not staying a moment longer in this dreadful old excuse of a station." "We won't ride in that rude coach," said a passenger. "I prefer to take Bertie the bus. He doesn't say anything spiteful at all," said another, and they all left the platform for Bertie's stop. Thomas was cross. Heather had been rude to him, and now he had no passengers to collect because she was rude in front of them. Later, as they were out in the countryside, it happened. "What are we doing now?" shouted Heather. "The signal is red," replied Thomas. "We need to stop." "Oh, not this rubbish!" "They are all fusspots about this," complained Heather. "You know, I remember being pulled by a few diesels who are faster and more reliable than you." Thomas let off steam loudly. He was very cross now. He had had enough of Heather's attitude, behaviour and criticisms. She wants fast engines. I'll give her a fast engine, he thought. The signal turned green and Thomas shot away, pulling Heather along the line. Heather was shocked. "What are you doing?" she cried. "You're going way too fast." "You said you like travelling with fast engines, so I'm giving you a fast engine. I'll also stop using my whistle if you want." As they approached Maithwaite Station, there was trouble. Thomas was gradually slowing down, but it wasn't slow enough. Heather applied her brakes as hard as she could, then the coupling broke, and Thomas shot forward, rushing through the station without a whistle. Heather screeched into the station. She panted wearily. The passengers were taken by shock. They couldn't believe what they had seen. Soon, Thomas puffed back into the station and buffered up to Heather. He felt very embarrassed by what happened. Soon, the passengers had boarded and Thomas was on his way again, although he was worried what the Fat Controller would say. He found out soon enough that night. "Thomas," scolded the Fat Controller, "I do not approve of such behaviour like yours today. You shooed off your own passengers at Dryor with your rude service and then raced through Maithwaite. It's lucky that no accident was caused today, but you did cause a delay then." Thomas felt very sad. Heather could see that it was her fault, so she spoke up. "Please, sir," she said, "I am the one who caused all the trouble. I was rude to Thomas because he's an old steam engine, like many others. I'm just not used to looks of the old times that the mainland moved on from. I usually like to see rail networks that are more modern these days. People always boasted how better those networks are, which influenced me. I'm sorry for my actions." Thomas and the Fat Controller were surprised. "Well, that is surprising, Heather. I don't know what I'm going to do about this now." "Perhaps I can help, sir," puffed Edward. "I pulled newer coaches before, and I could show Heather what there is to enjoy about this railway that makes it so special, compared to the other railway." Everyone thought it was a good idea. The Fat Controller agreed. "I'm sorry for the trouble I caused you today, Thomas," said Heather. "Thank you for owning up to it. You know, you don't look so bad for an engine like yourself after all. You all have comforting faces and hearts, which I reckon is one of the most wonderful things that this railway will always have. Unlike the mainland railway." Everyone laughed. The next day, Thomas picked up Annie and Clarabel from the works, who were all fixed up and looking forward to a ride on the branch line again. Heather now works on Edward's branch line and would see Thomas from time to time, who tooted hello to her. Heather may notice no major changes, such as more modern engines running the lines or newly designed buildings. But she knows to accept that everyone on Sodor likes the island to remain the way it looks. It makes them all very happy, so it makes Heather happy too.